Hello, everyone, and welcome to our educational session today. The topic of the session today is the plan for issuing a common currency for the BRICS countries. The topic of today touches on money, finances, flows, and large transactions of value between countries, and it touches on also on the reserve currency topic as well. BRIC countries is an acronym for the group of countries including Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The political representatives of these five countries have been gathering since 2010 after some informal meetings among them in the second half of the 2000s. Their aim consists in providing an alternative bloc to the Western countries, particularly as regards to the globalization of economic activities. To date, the BRICS community has been integrating a number of other countries, notably those in the so-called Global South, discussing several issues such as economic development, foreign trade agreements, financial stability, and de-dollarization of the global economy. The last one is particularly important. The member countries of the BRICS community make up about 47% of the world population, possess most of the world energy reserves, and produce 36% of the goods and services purchased across the global economy. And they're therefore an important part of globalization whose choices can have several important consequences for the rest of the world, thus also for Europe and the United States, considering the importance of international trade and globalized financial markets. The financial architecture of the BRICS consists in a multilateral development bank called the New Development Bank, and contingent reserve agreement that provides protection to its member countries against foreign exchange pressure resulting from global trade as well as financial liberalization. Further, besides the idea to set up a BRICS payment system that should provide an alternative to the US dollar-based international settlement systems, there has been some discussions to issue a common currency to settle cross-border transactions in the BRICS community, reducing therefore the US dollar dominance and foreign exchange volatility, both of which currently affect the BRICS economies negatively. The idea to issue a common currency for a number of BRICS plus countries is not new, and as it echoes the Keynes plan his author put forward during the 1944 Bretton Woods Conference unsuccessfully. Keynes proposed to set up an international clearing union, issuing what he called the Bancor, which would not replace national currency of the member countries, each of them continuing to issue its own currency for the settlement of all its residents' payment orders, be they domestic or cross-border. As Keynes pointed out, we need an instrument of international currency having general acceptability between nations. That is to say, an instrument of currency used by each nation in its transactions with other nations, private individuals, businesses, and banks other than central banks, each continuing to use their own national currency as herefore. A BRICS common currency is necessary to make sure all international transactions are paid finally, which means the seller's country, either on the goods or financial markets, receives something of equal value from the purchaser's country, so that the former has no further claim on the latter. This international currency is also necessary to stabilize the exchange rates of the underlying national currencies, so that their issuing country can dispose of exchange rate volatility, thereby increasing foreign trade and economic growth, which contribute also to reduce financial instability and crisis. In the long run, the US dollar could thus be replaced by truly international currency that central banks will use to pay finally both commercial and financial transactions related to international trade. The BRICS may be leading the way, as they could decide to issue a common currency to be used for their bilateral transactions. This currency, whose name is not yet known, must be issued by a banking institution that is above the institutional level of national central banks, but it should not be a single currency like the euro. Unlike the European single currency, which is used by all residents of the euro area, the common currency of the BRICS would not replace their various national currencies, thus preserving their monetary sovereignty by allowing national central banks to decide and implement monetary policy choices that best suit the economic situation of their own countries. If the BRICS member countries understand the need to establish a new monetary order at international level, however, they will have to avoid issuing a currency used as it has been the case for the US dollar, which allows the US economy to give without taking, to lend without borrowing, and to acquire without paying. As some economist called Jacques Rueff noticed in 1971, as a matter of fact, such an exorbitant privilege, in Rueff's own words, has been existing for the US economy since the Bretton Woods agreements signed in 1944, and has increasingly contributed to generate global financial crises that damage the common good eventually. If a monetary structured reform of the current international monetary regime will never come from the initiative of the actual privileged country, an array of major geopolitical tensions could provide the impetus to de-dollarize this regime, setting up thereby an orderly working international monetary system before long, which will also be an important factor of the peace at the global level. And with this said, I'm ending this fairly short presentation, and I'm going to mention that my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web Project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform, and with it release marketplace and collection of NFTs. What is interesting, what is unique and special about our NFTs is that they're based not on two-dimensional flat images, but they're based on three-dimensional objects. With three-dimensional objects, there has to be special software which loads and displays the 3D object, and usually the creators of 3D objects have been using game engines to load and display three-dimensional objects. The most common choices, there have been two most common choices for the creators of 3D objects, and these choices are game engine called Unity and game engine called Unreal. But from the very beginning of our 3D NFT marketplace and project, we decided to build our own 3D software engine. And this 3D software engine, what it does is it reads the file of the 3D NFT. It opens a window of the on computer screen. It loads the file of the 3D NFT, and it animates the 3D NFT in a way of it starts moving it in a random fashion around the window it just opened. But in addition to loading, opening a window and animating the 3D NFT, our 3D software engine has multiple additional and important capabilities. The first capability of our 3D NFTs is the capability of speaking. Our 3D NFTs can speak in one of three basic voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in a male voice or in a female voice or in a whisper kind of a voice. In addition to the three basic voices, there are three different flavors of voices. A voice can be spoken either in a normal speed manner or in a fast speed manner or in a slow speed manner. And if, for example, we take male voice and it is spoken in a slow speed manner, then this voice can come as the voice of a masculine person or the voice of an old person. And if, on the other hand, we take a female voice and it is spoken in a fast speed manner, then this voice can come as the voice of a funny person or the voice of a little girl. The second important and additional capability of our 3D software engine and our 3D NFTs is the capability of voice recognition. If, for example, we have a 3D NFT which is animated by moving in random fashion around a window, we can then issue our very first voice command to the 3D NFT to stop moving. And then the 3D NFT is going to stop moving and stand still. We can then issue following voice commands to the 3D NFT to move left, move right, move up, move down, zoom in, zoom out, rotate. And then the 3D NFT is going to fulfill each one of these separate voice commands and move left, then move right, move up, then move down, come closer, zoom in, go farther away, zoom out, and start rotating. The next additional and important capability for our 3D NFTs is the capability of them having basic artificial intelligence. Wow, really wow. You can ask the 3D NFT what is your name, and then the 3D NFT is going to reply telling you their name. You can ask the 3D NFT who are you, and then the 3D NFT is going to reply in few sentences on who they are. You can ask the 3D NFT to describe something. For example, describe Web3, or describe decentralization, or describe Russia. And then the 3D NFT is going to describe about Web3 or about decentralization or about the country called Russia. That's it regarding to the basic artificial intelligence capability. And the last but not least important capability of our 3D NFTs is the capability of displaying them in a way of stereoscopics. What stereoscopics means is that part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in red or reddish colors, and another part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in blue or bluish color. Then you, the user of our 3D NFTs, can come to our 3D NFT marketplace, and probably now is the time to mention the name and the URL of our 3D NFT marketplace. It is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. 3D NFT is written in a way of the number 3 followed by the letter D followed by 3 other letters NFT, and it is altogether 3D NFT. Then there is dot, then there are 2 words, decentralized and web, and they're typed all together, decentralized web. Then there is dot, and it ends with org. Once again, the name and the URL of our 3D NFT marketplace is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. On the top of the screen, when you load the website, you'll see several links, and one of these links is a link to accessories. When you click on this link, you're going to see that we offer special glasses. You can order 1 pair of these glasses, and when you receive these glasses, you're going to see that one lens of these glasses is red and the other lens of these glasses is blue. Then you can put these glasses on. You can request displaying of the 3D NFT in a way of stereoscopics, and then you're going to see the 3D NFT as coming out of the flat two-dimensional computer screen, and you're going to see it in real 3 dimensions. With this set, like I'm ending talking about our 3D NFTs and our 3D software engine, and I can tell you a little bit about our 3D NFT marketplace. Our 3D NFT marketplace is running our own blockchain instance. This blockchain instance runs Ethereum virtual machine software, and this is the same software which runs on Ethereum mainnet. It runs on Polygon Matic. It runs on Binance Smart Chain. It runs Avalanche AVAX, and many other blockchains currently in use and generating which are generating virtual value. In this way, but by running our own blockchain instance, we do not require our users to pay gas fees for deployments of the smart contracts for the non-fungible tokens, and we do not require our users to pay gas fees for transfers of ownership from one user to another user of 3D NFTs. By detaching of our 3D NFTs from a popular crypto coin, which is based on a popular blockchain, then we allow our buyers and like sellers to like pay for purchase of the 3D NFTs and receive proceedings from sales of our 3D NFTs in multiple crypto coins. Currently, the choices of crypto coins for buying and receiving proceedings from sale include 4 different coins. It includes Solana Sol, Polygon Matic, Avalanche AVAX, and Qcoin, which is a big centralized crypto exchange. It has a coin called KCS. In addition to buying and receiving proceedings from sale in crypto coins, we have a second parallel and independent way for buying and selling of 3D NFTs, and it is done entirely in fiat currency. Currently, like if you are the user which comes to our 3D NFT marketplace, you click on the collection for our 3D NFTs. You see a 3D NFT that you like, you click on it, and then you're going to see a short video of this 3D NFT as it is moving, and then you're going to be presented with like a drop down menu which asks you to select between one of 4 crypto coin for purchase, and there's a 5th choice of paying with fiat currency. Let's say you select this 5th choice of paying with fiat currency. You click on the button to advance next. You're going to be presented with a screen where it is asking you to put the number of your debit or credit card for purchasing of this 3D NFT. Then you can click on the button to advance next and make payment. And what is going to happen then is there is going to be a transaction and conversion from your national fiat currency to US dollars, and this transfer is going to be deposited in our bank account. We are going to follow this action with a second action, and this action is going to be a transfer of the initial ownership from our 3D NFT marketplace to you, and you become the first owner of this 3D NFT. So let's say you are going to play a little bit with this 3D NFT, and at some point you are going to decide to put this 3D NFT for sale. You decide on the pricing for this 3D NFT, and then this 3D NFT is declared as for sale, and it is listed on our 3D NFT marketplace. Let's say there's a second user which comes to our 3D NFT marketplace. They come, they browse through the 3D NFT the 3D NFTs, and they particularly like your 3D NFT which was put for sale. So let's say the second user decides to pay and buy this 3D NFT. They're going to, through the choices of paying with crypto, or the fifth choice of paying with fiat currency. So let's say they decide to pay with fiat currency, and then what is going to happen is they're going to click on the button to advance next. They're putting their debit and credit card, and they click to make a payment. So what is going to happen is there's going to be a conversion from the national fiat currency of the second user, which could be different from the national fiat currency of you, the first user of this 3D NFT. And the conversion from the national fiat currency of the second user is going to be to US dollars, and the transaction is going to deposit the payment in our bank account. We are going to follow this action with a second action, and a transfer of the ownership from you, the first user, to the second user, and the second user now becomes current owner of this 3D NFT. Then we're going to follow this action with a third action, and a transfer. We're going to do a transfer from our bank account and conversion from US dollars to your national fiat currency, and this transfer is going to be deposited in your bank account. So with this said, I described the second parallel and independent way for buying and selling of 3D NFTs, and I will be ending of talking about our 3D NFT marketplace and software engine and 3D NFTs. But I like to mention a second project that we started a few months ago, and we're working on a project which is providing specific hardware and software for the upcoming electrifying of like exponential growth of electric vehicles, which are going to replace internal combustion engines and increased electrifying in countries to meet this demand for electricity from electric new electric vehicles coming into possessions of people, and these owners of electric vehicles wanting to charge their um, electric vehicles. So, like in an article and case study which we did put about this project, we did describe the current model for charging of electric vehicles, which was based on the gas station model. Currently, internal combustion engines, they are coming to gas stations, and what happens is these vehicles are coming to a place which has a number of pumps. These pumps allows the vehicles to put very quickly gasoline or diesel fuel into the vehicles, and after just a few minutes the cars are like making a payment and leaving the gas station. So what is happening with electric vehicles is that like a number of manufacturers like Tesla and a number of private companies, they did embrace this gas station model, and they're building like places which are very similar to the gas stations where like electric vehicles can come, they can stay for a while, like at least 15 minutes, and in this time they're like going to charge their vehicles up to certain percentage, but most often not to 100%, because other vehicles like are coming and waiting for charging the vehicles with electric power. So in our case study article, what we did predict is that currently the number of electric vehicles is relatively small, and the currently built stations to charge electric vehicles are seeing sufficient to charge the electric vehicles. But like what is going to happen with the exponential growth of electric vehicles is there is going to be increased anxiety of the owners of when they are going to be able to come to stations, and these stations are going to experience increasing number of vehicles waiting for the chance to charge their vehicle on these stations. So what we predict is there is going to be a long line of vehicles waiting, and there is going to be probably rationing, allowing an electric vehicle to charge only for 15 minutes, and they have to move. And 15-minute charge is not sufficient to charge to the to a certain percentage, so that the same electric vehicles has to come again wait online and come for get direction 15-minute charging again. So what we're proposing and actually building products to alleviate this anxiety is the parking lot model, which is going to like um, not substitute but alleviate this anxiety, and we're proposing hardware switch device which could switch the power on and off on a request by an owner, and we propose outfitting these switch devices in parking lots, either of residential buildings or buildings of workplaces or hotels or big stores parking lots. And with this the owners of electric vehicles, they can come, they can charge their electric vehicles at peace, and for example, while working from 9 to 5, they could use this time when their vehicle is in the parking lot of the workplace to charge their vehicle, or they could use them parking lot at home to charge their vehicle while they're at they come back from work between 5 and 8 o'clock in the evening, and they can keep their vehicle charging in the evening, during the night, and the morning till maybe 8 or 9 o'clock when they go back to work. With this set, it is possible also, there is just another idea, and it is going to be described in a case study article, and it is possible to reduce the actual battery size and to reduce the reduce the battery pack because of this reduced anxiety of the owners of electric vehicles, and the maximum mileage covered by this battery could be smaller, but this electric vehicle owner can charge at multiple different locations, either at work, at home, at while shopping, and etc. With this set, I like to tell you the name and the URL of this second project which I have been describing. It is power.rstack.com. Power is the ordinary power word, then there is dot, then there is rstack, and I can spell it. It's Apple, Romeo, Sierra, Apple, Robert, Sierra, Tom, Echo, Charlie, Hotel, rstack.com. Once again, power.rstack.com. With this said, I'm ending this presentation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for viewing, and come again for the presentation, which is going to be new presentation, which is going to be released next week, usually on Mondays. And have a nice day, have a nice evening, and goodbye.